TJ Productions welcomes you to this special presentation.
And it's a 2-on-0. Can we have a buzzer beater? In 3, scores! Weisgable! Can you believe it?
Right out in front, the puck is still loose. Is it in? They score! Emily Phillips!
But it's going to be a breakaway to tie, and a save by Keys. What a save!
Reiner trying to work in. Nice defense again by Winters. Great job. Taking all the way to the boards.
Regular season ending on a cloudy Saturday evening in Wilkes-Barre. Bloomsburg seniors will be taking the ice for the last time here at the Toyota Sportsplex as Bloomsburg Huskies take on the Kutztown Golden Bears. Hi everybody, inside the booth, my name's EJ Samuel. Alongside this Goliath of a color commentator, it's Jake Mills, and we are excited to bring you collegiate hockey here from the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre. Jake, we've seen a lot from this Bloomsburg squad so far, and a lot as far as storylines for this one. First and foremost, we've got to say about the roster changes. A goaltender is no longer a goaltender.
Yes, so little news here. Tyler Keys, the starting goalie for the Bloomsburg Huskies, due to a lack of skaters, is going to be on the ice as a forward.
Yes.
So Connor Paulus will get the start in net tonight for the Huskies. And they do only have 3 defensemen. And the reasoning for this is they are down Nate Wolfsfer and Benedito Cracalisi due to suspension. So
yes.
They do not have those 2, so they had to call up to their goalie to get out there. And he's wearing number 30, I believe he's wearing number 38 tonight, 38.
It appears so, and just on that note, you know, we talked with Captain Trent Winters, and he said, we weren't quite sure, is he going to play defense, is he going to play forward, and he just looks at us and goes, oh, he's playing offense. So obviously a lot of confidence from the captain there. Could you just speak on maybe that?
Yeah, I was going to say, for him to, I was talking to Captain Trent Winters before this game, for him to say, oh, he's definitely playing offense, shows they have some confidence in the kid. You know, he's been very great in net for the Huskies, and they're expecting some big things out of him here to step up in the role and maybe get some points up and save some things from happening and give some breaks to Paulus.
So then, of course, we kind of shift our attention over to Paulus. 1-1 on the season so far, and a little bit of an interesting loss, if you will, but the win was very solid. What do you see in Paulus that could help Bloomsburg get this win?
Say Paulus, he's played well. Not a ton of games, like you just said, a 1-1 record. The last game he did play was a 9-3 loss down in Millersville, but the times I did see Paulus play, he did look pretty good. So, got to give the kid credit stepping into the role. So we'll see how he does, but I'm expecting a solid performance. And you know, like I said, they only have 3 defensemen, that being Trent Winters, Vincent Cantardi, and Joe West. So, you know, defensively, they're outnumbered. They're going to be outnumbered, and they have 1 goaltender, and it's someone who hasn't played much all year because Keys has been their man all year. So Paulus, I think he's going to be able to step in the role nicely because he's been around. You know, he's obviously had the experience. He knows the team, obviously. So I think it won't be a drastic changeover.
Yes, and an 85 save percentage in a 1-1 record for Paulus. That's pretty good. Now shifting over to the offense, we've got to talk about Gavin Weisgable.
Oh, my
He's been
goodness.
the story of this
How
team.
can we not?
What a fantastic offensive showing. He's got 20-plus goals on the season. Our statistics shows 26. And I got to be honest with you, he has been, just as you've seen all season, right there at the right time.
Oh, man.
And he's accompanied by a lot of different people, but he surely is the leader here.
Oh, my God. You know, Trent Winters has the C, but we talk about Gavin Weisgable quite a bit. I mean, every time he touches the puck, it's like, oh, no, for the other team. You don't want Weisgable right in front of the net one-on-one because he's scoring. As we've seen, and if you've been watching our broadcast, if you watch Bloomsburg throughout the season, he scores a lot. 26 goals on the season by our statistics, and yeah, doesn't seem like that's going to be stopping tonight. I mean, you know, look for him to get open in a lot of different ways because he does every single time the Huskies go on the ice.
Yes, and he's been accompanied by quite a few names, with Trent Winters being that go-get-'em type guy, the guy who's wearing the C.
Right, if you look at a stat sheet, you're not going to see too much. But if you watch him actually play, He's always in there making a play, helping his teammates out, getting the assist too. But yeah, he wears the C for a reason. It's not statistics. It's heart. It's grit. That's what it is.
Yes, and speaking of heart and grit, another player I've just got to highlight, Emily Phillips.
Oh,
always
my goodness.
Yes.
Always
there at the right time.
Yep.
And
she's
takes
another one.
More
Same
shots
type
than I have ever seen any other player take right in front of the net. She's always there.
Yeah, she's another one. Same type of deal. Not going to light up the stat sheet, but going to be there to make those plays and do all that. Now, I want to talk about Nathan Wolsifer, who the Huskies do not have. He's been another key piece to their offensive performances. And another guy I want to mention before we go to the ad break is Zach Getz, the senior. He's another guy that you don't really want one-on-one in the net. So, yeah, tonight look out for Weisgable and Getz to get themselves in scoring opportunities and for Connor Paulus to step up in net.
Yes, it should be a very exciting night as Kutztown has brought quite the crew with multiple goaltenders and a ton of backup. So Bloomsburg's got their hands full. Can they get it taken care of? We're going to find out next. But right now, a word from our sponsor here in Wilkes-Barre.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
Back in Wilkes-Barre at the Toyota Sportsplex, this game between Kutztown and Bloomsburg. Lots of stuff we've been talking about, and well, we gotta get started here soon, about 10 seconds before what I would presume to be the anthems. But very, very quickly, we just want to remind you, a very big thanks to the Toyota Sportsplex and to Bloomsburg for allowing us to do this, and a very big up to TJ Productions, which we will eventually talk about as well, for getting this broadcast on the air and allowing us to do this as well. For right now, things are getting quiet. Intros and the national anthem on tap. have concluded. Hopefully we'll be hearing that tomorrow with the United States. Hopefully they will be gold medaling against Canada tomorrow, 8 o'clock on
game
NBC
for the
for
US.
that one. But for right now, we've got our own hockey game to focus on.
Yes, we do.
And let's take a look at what we've got going for us as far as in between the pipes. It is going to be Connor Paulus. Connor Paulus has played a couple of games, actually. He's got 5 games under the belt, but he's only officially got 1 win and 1 loss. He's got 22 goals against, but I got to be honest with you, an 85 save percentage, especially in a league like this, it's pretty darn good.
I was going to say that's some very, very good stats, like for the competition that this team plays, every week in the DVCHC. There's a lot of great teams, and that's really good.
So as things get strapped up and ready to go, Winters wins the face-off, or I apologize, that is Winters getting the puck to send it down, I should say, as Getz won the face-off. And we have started our hockey game here in Wilkes-Barre. Joe West will keep it in and dump it around a little bit. Things get a little interesting around the zone, but in comes Kutztown, and right out in front, a shot, and right off the hop, they score. Kutztown immediately gets it going. That one's going to be Brendan Sweeney, who's already got 7 goals this season. The 3rd on the list of goal scorers for Kutztown, and he's got 1 here.
Yeah, that's a rough start for the Huskies, but nice opportunity there from Kutztown, and they took full advantage of that, and they got themselves an early 1-0 lead.
Referee is going to toss Getz out of the zone, and in to take the face-off. It's Weisgable. He does win it, though. I got to give him credit on that one. Shot right off. That's Getz again, and this will go behind the boards. Ooh, puck got almost redirected right up around into the net and play up along the wall. In the neutral zone. Tried to be controlled by Winters. They kind of played contagious there, as that could have been an offside call, but they let it go. Arm up in the air, whistle blows.
Yeah, when you have a goal that early, it's kind of hard to determine exactly what type of play style we're going to see from either team right there, because Kutztown came right out and got one up there. But so far, Bloomsburg, for the short amount of time we've seen so far, has had a decent offensive showing.
I would say so. Well, that face-off is, I would say, really even a draw. Not sure who they'll give that face-off win to, but I can tell you this much. Puck is moving and over in the corner. Kutztown will get it and try to play it around. In is McFadden. He's going to get a shot. That's saved by Paulus, almost near the side of the net as well. Playing a little bit of jump rope right out in front. Puck is loose, but goes behind the net. Winters will have it now. Send it around the boards, around the corner. Kutztown looking for something. Oh my goodness, this one, a pass right into the slot. Who's going to get it? It looks like it's going to be Jackson Miller leading with the beard, mullet, and all. And we've got a 2-0 lead here for Kutztown.
Yeah, Kutztown getting into their zone and taking full opportunity of, the open man, because it seems like they've had a lot of open opportunities so far early on, and the scoreboard obviously shows that as well. And I like how you mentioned that. Textbook hockey play right there. The hair, the beard, the hair, the beard, all the good stuff.
He's got a lot going for him, that's for sure. Bloomsburg looking to do something here. Phillips was able to knock it down, trying to get some people at least up, trying to get some sort of breather, as it appears that that's kind of what's needed here, as Kutztown's going to take it behind the net. Bloomsburg needs to recuperate, and they're going to take that opportunity to do so. Puck hits the player after being sent forward. And now it will be Winters trying to send it forward, trying to get something established here, as very, very quickly already, with only 17:50 to go in this first period, Kutztown's up 2-0, and they've got the momentum. Right out again, there's Paulus with a nice save, getting out in front. Make yourself big. Goalies were always told to do that when they learn. Phillips pressures. And she's going to be out again. There's another pressure and a save by Paulus off of the shot. Kutztown player takes a spill, but Puck is still live. Phillips breaks it up. Kutztown going to go for a change. Bloomsburg, boy, finally has an opportunity here on offense. Let's see what they can't do here. It is broken up yet again. Bandix over there. He'll take it, send it back. Winters. Contardi with a nice pass. That goes off of a skate. Going to go behind the net. Goalie calls for a call.
And they get it.
Call, and he will get it.
Yeah, not a lot of attack from the Huskies early on. Kutztown has really came out here and given it to them so far. Especially not just in the offensive zone, but defensively. They haven't, they started out looking okay in their zone, but right now they look really, really flat.
Well, face-off one here for Kutztown, seeing if they're going to try and get this one to 3. At least that's in their mind. Bloomsburg looking to play damage control early. 2 players take a spill and, sheds a guy there, and Bloomsburg will slap shot by Getz. He was left the puck. He took the opportunity, and it was a good save. Lots of contact early, that's for sure.
Say it.
Lots of guys going down as well.
Lots of hits early on here, EJ.
Whistle blown. And it looks like there's going to be something going. Another change for Kutztown. But they have a lot of guys. The one thing I will say that Kutztown does have, besides the lead here, is the amount of depth. If you put these rosters, that you're seeing what I'm seeing as far as a paper roster, it is comparable.
Yeah. Definitely a little comparable, but looks like we're going to have a penalty here on Vincent Contardi.
Yeah, so Contardi's going to go in for 2, 16-23 here. They're down 2. We'll see how Bloomsburg does on their first penalty kill of the night. Puck hits the netting on a shot that is blocked, so we will reconvene. We'll take a rain check on that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of a rain check, my goodness, the snow coming in. Now, Bloomsburg is supposed to have a game tomorrow, but not exactly sure what's going on there. They might have to take a rain check as well.
They might have to take one themselves there. It's supposed to travel down to Bethlehem to face off against Lafayette College.
Shot saved by Paulus. A nice easy pad save there. And we've got ourselves a nice break. Stick is dropped, not sure. There's a arm up. Looks like a penalty's coming. Goalie to the bench for Kutztown. They're just trying to get a hold of that puck. Winters will touch it. And now it looks like there's going to be yet another. Who and what they're calling, I am not exactly sure. I'm not so sure that Weisgable knows either. Arms are flailing here. He says, "What did I do?" I'm not exactly sure. Looks like a cross check. Interesting. So 2 guys in the box now for Bloomsburg. A very interesting start to this game.
Yeah, very interesting start to say the least.
There's a shot. Nice glove save there by Paulus.
There you go,
Paulus.
Paulus.
It a couple of times there, but he makes the save. That's what counts.
I say Paulus has had a lot of close calls very early on and came up big on that one. He needed that.
Getz wins yet another faceoff. Boy, that has been his strong suit. Not only has he netted a few goals this season, but he's won a ton of faceoffs, and that's huge. Kutztown going to take it behind their net, do what they got to do here. In the neutral zone, it appears that momentum is still with Kutztown as they get another shot, and there's absolutely nothing for Bloomsburg there. Kutztown will grab it again. Justin Rapone will send it up. Matthew McFadden. McFadden will get it back after playing dump. McFadden with a shot. Ooh, he fans on that one. Keeps it alive, though. Winters out in front. Oh! Great save there by Paulus. Joe West was trying to block that.
I was just going to say, he almost put that in. Good defensive effort there by West, but that was almost a problem. He almost put that in. But good effort. Good effort. That's what we look for.
Great effort.
And that's kind of what they need right now, especially
Tough
defensively.
to be on a 5-on-3. So this is great. They have done well on the penalty kill this year. Puck is out in front. West talking a little bit after the save by Paulus.
And that's Joe West again.
Paulus goes down.
Yeah, I just saw that. What an interesting.
That's tough.
What an interesting start to this game, EJ. I tell you what, there's a lot of weird things happening right now.
You gotta wonder.
This is a very good welcome back to us here in our lift.
Lift is a little shaky, but we got it to go up. That's for sure. Kutztown gets it over in the corner. Going to start this one back up. Ruchichi, one of the guys out there for Kutztown, he has been good as far as assists for them. He's got 6 of them this season. And he's got the puck now. There's a shot saved by Paulus. Puck is out in front. Did that go in? They say it did. I am not sure. Kutztown is celebrating as if they did, so we'll just call it that they did. 3 goals now for Kutztown and a huge lead for them. It's Austin Mason, the goal scorer.
Yeah, Paulus is definitely not getting much help. I mean, it doesn't help when you don't have the numbers, but Paulus has taken a lot of shots so far in this period.
Well, certainly something where you kind of need to get the wheels back on the bus. That's what Bloomsburg hopes to do here. As there's a save by Paulus, and he will cover. And if you're looking for an update on the Penguins Islanders, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins are down 2-0 early.
Oh.
That game tomorrow was supposed to be in Bridgeport at 5 o'clock. That has been moved to 3. And the broadcast will start at 2:30 on the local radio here in Wilkes-Barre.
They moved it.
They did. Back to this one. They haven't moved this one. We're in the middle of this. Bloomsburg's looking to do something. Arm is up. Looks like finally a penalty called for Kutztown. Says they will iron things out and even things out. Amber Michalowski is going to be in the box. That's a Polish and Pittsburgher name if I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah.
I can only imagine to hear my grandfather say a last name like that. He'll get a rest, get some water, and get back out there. Bloomsburg loses this one. Could be an odd man rush here for Kutztown. Right out in front, Paulus slaps it away. What a heads-up play by him, and Bloomsburg will try and get this one back in. Bloomsburg's got it now. There's a shot and a save. Kicked into the corner. Not quite cleared, though. Getz will keep this in for Bloomsburg. Pass over it. Contardi over to Weisgable. He's the leading scorer. Shot down, trickles through, but does not go in the back of the net. And unfortunately, now we've got ourselves a breakaway. He shoots and scores. The man without a number, the man of mystery, pulls a trick out of his bag of tricks. And
wish we knew your name, pal, because that was a
4-0, but a fantastic move.
That was
there.
a
Not
beautiful
much
top
you can
shelf. Beautiful top shelf goal.
And Paulus tried to make himself big, tried to get his hand there, but just could not do it. It was a good move. I got to give him credit on that one. On a breakaway, that's a tough one.
And I heard they were saying that was number 19.
So if it is number 19, that would be Seth Galsty. Somebody ought to get, the goaltender's got tape on his jersey. The least they could do is get that guy some flame tape or something on the back of that jersey.
Put a number on his
Especially
back.
the way he's been flying down. I think flame tape works.
I agree.
4-0 for Kutztown. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Bloomsburg trying to get something. Well, we got to stop at your play. Big ups to the guy in the Bruins jersey. He has not sat down since this has started. And he's wearing a pretty sharp jersey, too. Face off at center. Gets for Bloomsburg. And our friend Seth Galsty, who doesn't have a number on his jersey, for Kutztown. That puck will go to Bloomsburg. See what they can do with it here. Cardone going to dump it into the slot, looking for somebody there, but it wasn't quite going to work out. This puck is absolutely flung by Kutztown. They're just going to dump into the corner. A washout. So it's going to give Contardi an opportunity to dump this up and try and get something going. Bloomsburg will bring it in. There's a shot. Too high by Weisgable, but a shot nonetheless. Puck's going to squirt back in front of the zone. No change for Bloomsburg, surprisingly, there, but then again, a save there by the Kutztown goaltender after a shot by Winters. 12:07 here, 4-0. And it appears that now they will get a change. So coming off for Bloomsburg would be Cardone. On is Emily Phillips. Boy, wouldn't it be nice for her to get a goal right now or be involved in one. Face off one, that's right out in front. And what did we say? Phillips was right in front of the net and could have redirected that had she got the proper stick on it. Kutztown comes down the other way with speed around the net. Hollis continues to play down on the ground. And this one will be sat in the corner. Krzyzewski going to send it out front, fanned on there. No offside call, and this is dumped across. There's a shot out in front. Bloomsburg's going to get it, and they're going to get at least it out of the zone and into the neutral zone. These changes of possessions have been not exactly how you want them to go, especially for Bloomsburg, but nonetheless, they've been trying their... There's a lot more effort than there was in the last game, I can tell you that much for sure. Bloomsburg will move this one front. Shot doesn't quite make it to the net. It's dumped around the boards. Looks like a change now. Contardi back on the ice. Winters is going to try and run down his guy. Pressures him along the boards. That being Matthew McFadden. And McFadden will send it out to Richichi. The captain for Kutztown. He's obviously doing something right. His team's up 4-0. Kutztown will get that opportunity to move it around in the neutral zone, and sat down by Winters is Austin Mason. So now with the 4-0 lead, you're going to start seeing stuff like that, Jake. This might get chippy.
Yeah, and I saw it pretty early on. Before a goal was even scored, I saw it, and Winters with a beautiful hit, but ultimately will draw the penalty.
Winters absolutely sat Mason down. He's not happy with the call. They're going to get him 2 minutes in the box, but nonetheless, as a captain, Jake, you've got to do that if you're down in this situation.
You got to make plays like that.
You've got to rile them up and get them back in there.
Have to send a message of some sort, especially being down 4-0.
Kutztown will continue on the power play. We'll see what they can do here. It's not been, it has not been great, but they were able to kill one of those penalties so far. They'll send this one down, and it is cooped up by the goaltender, who also apparently has no name or number for Kutztown. Stick out in the ice. Doesn't matter. Kutztown's just going to move right past it. By the way, that was Weisgable's stick. He's got it now. He's back in the zone with the rest of Kutztown and the rest of his teammates. There's a shot. That definitely did go off of Paulus there, so I will personally give him a save on that. But I can also tell you, now it looks like some sort of change for Kutztown, and on is one of our friends, Owen Brown, so we haven't seen a lot of yet for Kutztown. But it just seems like they can move the puck very well.
Kutztown can. They absolutely can, and obviously you have a look at both benches, and that's been an issue all year, you know, low numbers, and especially when you're down your starting goalie and two of your key players. Definitely shows when you have playing against a team that can rotate around 3 or 4 different lines.
Puck continues to move. Kutztown is not taking their foot off the gas at all, especially if they're trying to continue on with what happened earlier. They beat Old Dominion in their last game 9-5. So that's obviously something you want to continue here, and well, they're making a very good effort at it right now. A little bit of puck movement. It does stay onside, and Kutztown will take a shot there that is blocked by Contardi. That's a bouncing puck that just misses. Paulus, not sure where it is, but gets back up and recuperates. Kutztown's got it again. That's a shot that's way above the net. And he will let that one go. Kutztown again. There's a shot way up high. How that got in, I'm not sure. Was it tipped? I don't know, but I can tell you Kutztown's got a 5-0 lead, and at this point, they're running away with the game.
Yeah, and we still have 8 minutes, about 8.5 minutes left in this first period, and they've built themselves a pretty sizable lead.
I'm not exactly sure who got that goal. Was it a tip in? I'm not sure. If it was not a tip in, it's our good friend Seth Galsty who scored that other breakaway goal, so that's 2 on the night for him. But 5-0 now. If you're Bloomsburg, you've got to stop the bleeding, Jake.
Yes, absolutely. Got to get it in your zone, too. Got to get some offensive power.
Puck takes a weird bounce past Justin Rapone. He'll chase it down in behind the net. Kutztown going to get something else started back up. Bloomsburg, however, looking for something as well. Boy, Kutztown hustles to that and gets it in. Here is Owen Brown, as we were just talking, as that one was blocked by Joe West out in front before it got to Paulus. And someone dumped over in the corner. Who is that dumped in the corner?
I believe that will be Carlos Bender of the Huskies.
Oh, my goodness. He went down in a heap, looking like there might be something. And there will be. As they play 6-7, the guy doing the hand gesture going to the box. And in the box now is Liam McCullough. He's the guy involved in that wraparound.
Yeah, that was definitely a clear penalty there in the corner on Bender.
Absolutely, a little bit high. So on come the Huskies and their power play unit. Joe West, one of the guys. There's a shot, and that is in. That shot that was right off of the face-off. LA faced with an Oakland booty, and it's 5-1. No shutout here for Kutztown, Jake.
Yeah. Joe West with a beautiful shot there. Just got right in the corner and gets his team on the board, and they needed that, EJ. They really did. They got right to work on that power play.
Absolutely.
And the defenseman, too, Joe West, who really doesn't, we know doesn't have many goals on the year.
It just appears that Bloomsburg might have found a breakthrough. We'll see if they can continue on that track. But that line seemed to work. Here's Winters. Winters with a lot of speed and a glove save there by the Kutztown goaltender, which I promise, folks, we eventually will find the name and number of.
We got to read the tape.
I can't quite see the tape from here.
We'll find out.
But we will find out. A great glove save by him nonetheless.
Say, we want to get your name.
Nonetheless.
Got to figure it out because we're making some really good saves.
Yes. That's Joe West's, I believe, second goal of the season. So he's got a pair. Phillips tried to send that one out in front, and it was blocked by the Kutztown goaltender. It straggles its way back in. Carter Bandix unable to get the shot away. And a save there by the Kutztown goaltender again. Uh-oh, we got ourselves a scrum now, and it looks like Emily Phillips is in the middle of this. Now Trent Winters is up there.
Who let the dogs out is playing in the rink.
When there's guys that come in and protect your players. Phillips got into it, and now she's sitting out sacked. And it looks like now Joe West is in there. And now shouting between the benches here, but Winters now looking to try and get out of paying his time. Is there going to be something else that happens? Phillips is laughing about it. That's Phillips going to take a penalty as well.
Along
As we
with
try
Winters. That's
and
his
solve
second of the
this.
game.
So Winters is on his second. Phillips on his first. A 5-1 game here, so I'm not sure if that really has anything to do with it, but I can tell you things got a little weird.
Yeah.
West is over there talking with some of the Kutztown guys, not necessarily anything malicious, but you've got to wonder what exactly that conversation looks like.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I think it obviously started when one of the Kutztown players went after Emily Phillips, and
you
everyone
don't
else,
do that either.
No,
no. And I don't. And Emily's a tough girl. I just want to make that clear. But you don't go after. There's tons of people out here, but you don't go after the only girl on the team.
Absolutely not.
That sends a bad message.
I agree.
And I'm not going to criminalize Kutztown either by saying that anybody did anything with intent to hurt, but sometimes when tempers flare, you got to learn to just control it, because now you've got a couple of guys in the box who are not at 5-on-5 regardless. But I got to tell you, stuff like this, we had a feeling it was coming based off of the score.
Well, and just knowing these two schools, they're not in the same conference or the same division, I should
sure
say.
don't like each other.
They're in the same conference, but different divisions, but they do not like each other.
In any sport.
In any sport, correct. Even in the NCAA realms in the PSAC, with all the other sports, Bloomsburg and Kutztown definitely do not like each other. And same can be said for club hockey.
So we will see what happens here as it is left up to Vinny Contardi. Winters is in the box, so Vinny Contardi is gonna get the walking papers. Are they tossing this girl? I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Amber Michalowski is going off the ice. I'm not sure if that's going to be It is. They're putting 5 minutes on the clock, on the penalty clock for Michalowski. So I think she just got tossed.
It appears so. So did she? She must have went in at Phillips.
That must have been it. Interesting. Lots of conversation. Boy, that went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh, you're telling me. You sound like Drake.
We were just down here in this end. We thought it was just a basic, okay, whistle, that's it. And then all of a sudden, fireworks went a-flying like the 4th of July out here.
Oh, my. Yes, it really did. And, just like you just said, it looked like a normal scrum, but obviously it's a little bit deeper than that.
Obviously. Obviously, you like to see fighting in hockey, but not when it gets...
Not to this level.
Not when someone gets tossed.
And especially at this level of hockey as well, it's not as, shouldn't happen at this level.
There's got to be a darn good reason, and I'm not so sure that there was.
Tempers flared. That's really what we've been seeing.
So Joe West was talking with some of the Kutztown players. I'm sure they're probably... I would like to... Knowing Joe West, I would like to think that they are probably just...
Having a nice civil conversation.
Let's not do that anymore. But just play hockey, please.
Yes.
And I think Kutztown obliges as they were having conversations as well.
Yeah, and like we said, on top of these two teams definitely not liking each other, already being down 5-1 early on, and the fashion that the Golden Bears got up, tensions were going to be high regardless, no matter who it was. In a game of a situation like that, tensions are going to be high, and definitely went a little too far, to say the least. Yeah,
and so as far as this is concerned, again, both teams are just going to play. They just got to play damage control.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to say it. You got to be careful when choosing words on this one, because you don't want to, I don't want to put out there any image that, this team was right and this team was all wrong. Like, no, everyone's got their faults in this one. So I'm just kind of just being careful as far as saying.
Right.
It looks like they'll play 5-on-4.
That's what it appears to be.
I saw the referee say 5-on-4, but now is back in the talks.
Yeah, so it looks like for Kutztown, that will be number 44, Amber Michalowski, serving the penalty as we saw her be escorted off the ice. So
you hate to see that happen.
You hate to see that happen, but you start it.
Actions have consequences.
Actions have consequences. Yes, that's the best way to put it. So it appears we will finally resume play, and
we are trying to figure out actively, just as you are,
yeah, I was gonna
what
say,
exactly the playing situation is going to be. Trying to get something here.
Eavesdrop on the official.
Because he's right in front of us. I'm pulling my ear muff right off here. And so, yeah, so it looks, okay, so it looks like Aiden Krell is going to serve the 5 minutes.
For Amber Michalowski.
Because Michalowski has been tossed. Looks like Emily Phillips and Trent Winters are going to both serve. I think they're both serving those.
Yes.
So they're serving 2. For what, I'm not sure, but I know that they're going to be serving 2 as you see Phillips go up on the board now, and you will now see Winters up on the board. So that's what the scoreboard says, if you can see it. That's what the scoreboard says as we get back into play. So what it was for, we're not sure, but we know that there are 2 penalties that are at 2 minutes a pop for Bloomsburg, and Kutztown has a man serving the 5 for Michalowski, who was tossed. Back to the non-UFC events on the ice here. Kutztown looking to kind of batten this up on a 4-on-3, which is what we end up playing at. And Paulus gets in front there, doesn't have to quite make the save, but puck will go down. Kutztown will regroup. Kutztown with a shot that goes over the top. That was Sweeney on with that great shot. The water bottle fell off the net. Referee's got it. And Kutztown will handle the package in the zone. Wendt and Richichi are 2 of the guys out on the ice for Kutztown. Richichi over to Wendt now. Wendt will dump it back to Richichi. Just playing pitch and catch like dad and son in the backyard right now. Here's another pass. Richichi gonna take that shot up in the netting. We get a stoppage in play. Everybody hold their breath. Okay, no fight.
Okay, nothing happened. Okay.
Nothing happened.
We're good. Yes. We're good.
We like to have fun here on these streams.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Always
and
a great time.
With exactly 6 minutes with no change. We've got
but a lot of action.
Lots of action.
But a lot of action.
Period. That is for sure. 36 seconds remaining in both Winters and Phillips penalties for Bloomsburg. So both of them will get out at the same time, and we will have a 5-on-4, and that will last for however long is left.
I think that'd be 3 minutes.
Off of Michalowski's. So it'll be 3 minutes exactly. Kutztown's got it, and they will send. That shot does not quite make it, but this one had a shot, was tipped, doesn't quite make it back. Both of them are out. Phillips back over, Winters right out, and immediately applying pressure. I'm not so sure that this chippy stuff is done yet.
Oh, with Trent Winters on the ice? Absolutely not. Chippy is his middle name.
Bloomsburg looking to do something here. They have got it with momentum. Puck is out in front. There's a shot. There's another one. Great save. Another one there, and a glove save by the Kutztown goaltender with no name and number. My goodness.
He needs to turn around.
Turn around just one time for us.
We need to see your number, kid.
We need to see the fit, the rest of the fit. What's the back of your mask look like? But again, realistically, what an awesome opportunity there for Bloomsburg. 2:28 here on the power play. Surely they've got a goal here if they can continue that. Paul's going to stop it behind. It'll be picked up by West. He chose to go backhand on that and flip it around. So now Winters will take it. Winters, one of the fastest guys on this ice right now. However, Kutztown's going to continue with this. And they will kind of just let this one float. They know they got a $155. But they are just trying to kill off. Oh, a weird pass. They are going to call it offside.
Yeah,
so
that was
Snyder's not going to be able to get in there. That is Paul Snyder who intercepted that pass. Was a heads-up play regardless for
It was, yeah, but just a little too far over the blue line.
And it happened.
It does.
Getz lost. That might be the first face-off I saw Getz lose all night.
Say that had to be, right?
Had to be. Winners will dump it around. Here's Contardi. And Bloomsburg continues to move. Out of the neutral zone and into their own offensive zone. That one was tipped almost.
Almost tipped into the net.
Nothing is quite able to come to fruition there. And it will be sent back down. So a $1.15, so a buck and change, I should say. Oh, my goodness, and there's a steal. Kutztown's going to get an opportunity. Goalie slides, and they score. Owen Brown will make it 6-1 for Kutztown. A sloppy pass out front. Paulus sprawled out, and it looked like he might have made the save, but on a rebound opportunity, Owen Brown dumps it back in, and it's 6-1 as the Kutztown goaltender does his dance.
Yeah, wish we knew your name, but great moves. But, yeah, just, again, another, opportunity there for Kutztown. A little bit of a sloppy pass, like you said, but, ultimately goes in behind Paulus.
A face-off one for Kutztown. It immediately in is Neeson. Neeson over to the corner. He's pressured by Winters. We'll dump this out to the blue line. It's not able to be controlled, so everybody's got to go back into the neutral zone. And back in. Now for Bloomsburg, who will try and control this. Neeson pressuring behind the net. He will dump it forward. Pass goes through Getz. And now on to Keys, who dumps it through. Winters tries to lay the body, but lets this one go.
Nice save by Paulus
Owen
there.
Brown could not finish it. He just scored the one to make it 6-1. And he almost made it 7-1, but Paulus was able to get his leg there. And now Bloomsburg is moving up forward. This one's out in front. This one's tipped, but doesn't quite go. Goes around the back of the net. Bloomsburg still trying to set something up. Looks like we will be back to even strength. Bloomsburg out front looking for Getz. And it looks like Winters was trying to gun towards the net. He goes down to 18 with a stoppage in play. 6-1 here as we ease towards the end of this first period. And I emphasis on ease. Because at this point, you're kind of walking on eggshells with everything that's been happening. Different line here. Winters is on with Phillips, and I also see Joey West out there, who will dump it around, by the way. West comes in, tries to break it up, and kind of is unable to do so, at least for the benefit of his team. Bandix will dump it up to Phillips. Phillips kind of gets beat on the outside, but is able to recuperate. And this time, how that one got through, I'm not sure, but Kutztown is now put 7 goals.
That was a beauty of a shot there by, I believe that was,
I'm not even sure who got that, who touched that. If McCulloch touched it in front, it will be McCulloch's goal.
Yeah, that was a beauty of a shot.
If it is his, I would assume that was his. He was right up in front there. couple guys go down off the face-off. We're just continuing to tread water on through here. It looks like this one's going to continue to just run. 7-1 in favor of Kutztown. Not the start that Bloomsburg wanted for sure. As these seniors here for Bloomsburg are playing the last game they'll ever play here. And potentially the last hockey game they'll play, period. So do they have a magical comeback? I guess we'll have to see. But just about a minute to go here as a shot is blocked. Doesn't quite even get to Paulus. There's another one. Did he make the save? I believe he did. He did, in fact, smother the puck there. And so with 58.4, so just under a buck, 7-1 here. Not looking great for Bloomsburg, but they're going to get a chance in about 58 seconds to go regroup and say, all right, what do we got to do better?
Definitely need to figure something out.
Face-off one for Kutztown. They will send it back. Maybe trying to get to Dale Jr.'s number 8 on this one.
Yeah.
Well, this is hockey, so I guess we could say Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, I would say Alex Ovechkin, yeah. We bring NASCAR into this.
Well, with Atlanta tomorrow, I'm not exactly... Everybody can see where my priorities are. That's for sure. Puck set behind the net. 40 seconds. Ooh, Phillips, nice. Tap that down. They might get another opportunity. It's going to be dumped. 30 seconds here. Can Bloomsburg get one last gasp of air? This puck's going to be sent out to the neutral zone, so now they trust Phillips to bring it in. He's dumped, but it is blocked. And here comes Gashevsky. Over in the corner, sent out in front. Boy, they've been trying to beat Paulus with that all night. That seems to be the one thing that they've been able to do, to get just pass it from behind the net to the front. As this one's going to take us to the end of the first period. And 7-1 Kutztown. Not a great start for Bloomsburg, but still lots of time. 2 whole periods to go, and we've seen a lot of comebacks from this Bloomsburg team, Jake.
I say we absolutely have. We've seen comebacks. We've seen dominant games. We've seen it all. Realistically, we've seen it all.
So,
and we'll have a little more on that once we get into our intermission report.
Yep, and so what we've got here at the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre, 7-1 Kutztown over Bloomsburg. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
Hey, it's EJ Samuel with PAFootballNews.com.
And it's Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Mechanicsburg Wildcats.
And all of District 3.
Living out your dreams, that's an investment in you. That's your time, your workouts, and your future. If you want to take your game and training to the next level, come check out All Sports Training Academy, brought to you by Coaches Health and Fitness and Anthracite Fitness. Training sessions have begun and our registration list is open now. Workouts are held at 320 South Main Street in Pittston. Contact Coach Davis or Coach Hazlett for more information. This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions. We're proud to serve the Milton Black Panthers, all of District 4.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting. For those willing to work hard for whatever comes next. For anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
It's Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com here with
EJ Samuel, also with PAFootballNews.com. We are at Shamokin.
and we are proud to serve the Shamokin Indians and all of District 4.
See what Ms. Concordia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at Arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 sports. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't go good without us.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
And it's a 2-on-0. Can we have a buzzer beater? In 3, scores! Weisgable! Can you believe it?
Right out in front, puck is still loose. Is it in? They score! Emily Phillips!
But it's going to be a breakaway to tie, and a save by Keys. What a save!
Strider trying to work in. Nice defense again by Winters. Great job. Take it all the way to the boards.
We are back here for more hockey intermission report here. 7-1 Kutztown over Bloomsburg right now. 10 minutes and change until we get this one all set up. But Jake, Bloomsburg did not want to start out like this, and it looks like they're deep into it.
They are deep in a hole. They really are. 7-1 after one period. I'm pretty sure this is probably the biggest deficit they've had throughout the entire season. And obviously, you know, having short numbers, they have all year, but this is a bigger hit to their lineup than usual. Obviously, we have Tyler Keys playing forward, Connor Paulus, who hasn't played much, being in there. I didn't even notice. Why? You got to be professional.
Yeah, I do have to be professional. I was wearing my hat because my ears were getting a little cold and I could feel my hair like coming down into my eyes. But you know what? At this point, we've kind of just lost all format for this because, Jake, it's a great segue. Because what was that first period?
Wow.
There was so much going on. Tons of goals, tons of fights. We're going to have to unpack all of this.
Yeah, good thing we got 9 minutes because we got a lot to unpack here, folks. So beginning of the game, Kutztown got off to a really hot start. Bloomsburg really had no attack, either offensively or defensively, because they couldn't keep it in the zone. And when it looked like Kutztown was on a power play pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
it really did.
They scored on the first shot of the game.
Yeah, so right then and there, it continued 2-0, 3-0. Joe West gets a goal. Very nice shot in the corner. But the problem is we started to see those opportunities unfold late. They were already down 3-0. They're already down 4-1. They're already down 7-1 when those opportunities rolled around. We saw it, but it came very, very late. The defense just
wasn't there in the beginning. And obviously, you're running with 3 defensemen. That's tough. You have some guys that aren't rotating much. Trent Winters, the captain, is probably going to play on the ice the entire game besides his penalty minutes.
And it seems that's the only breaks he's
That's the only breaks he's
going to
get, the penalty minutes. And then, obviously, Joe West playing a lot more than he usually does defensively. And then Vinny Contardi playing, a lot. They're really relying on all 3 of those guys to play at full strength while not getting much rest.
Yes.
And obviously, they're not bad players, but you play any sport without any adequate rest, you don't play well.
Yeah.
You get tired. You can't always just push through it. It's tough. And that puts more pressure on Paulus, who we know has not played a lot for this Husky squad. And, he's got to kind of adapt a little bit. I feel like it's more of an adaptation thing rather than a skill issue per se. I don't think he's a bad goalie at all. It's just he hasn't been in, and defensively they're struggling to keep the puck out of the Kutztown zone, and it's showing because 1 goal, and I'd like to know the puck possession time, the zone time for both squads, because it's really, from what we're seeing here, it's very uneven.
Yes, and if we could just zero in on all of the fireworks that flew, if this was in a different context, like a political or war context, it would be in a history book.
Yeah.
We had one heck of a fight down here.
I think that's going to be in the TJ Productions history book now.
I got to tell you, Emily Phillips getting involved a little bit.
I love it.
You know what? But she held her own, and then Trent Winters came in. Kutztown came to the rescue of their guys. It was a brawl, but it was 0 to 100 quick, Jake.
Yeah, I was going to say, from what we saw at the beginning, it looked like just a little bit of a scrum, typical. And like we said, these teams hate each other. We mentioned it earlier. This is obviously not NCAA hockey, but, these 2 are in the same conference for all the other sports, football, basketball, wrestling. It's different now. Kutztown, I think, is not in Division I anymore for wrestling, but Bloomsburg is, if you guys didn't know. But throughout the PSAC, especially football, this is a rivalry. And they're not in the same. They're not in the same division, but they're in the same conference, so they see each other once or twice a year. They hate each other. You can tell right off the rip that they hate each other.
Absolutely.
This game got chippy real quick, and I kind of expected that coming into this game. Even before we started doing our broadcast, I did see a few Bloomsburg hockey games prior to us being on air, and it was against Kutztown. Same deal. Chippy. Chippy, chippy, chippy.
Yes.
Best way I can describe it. These teams do not like each other in the slightest.
Yes, and honestly, any team, whether they like each other or not, if you're down 4 goals, Jake, that's when you got to start sending a message. We look back, even if we look at higher levels of play, one game to me that comes to mind is the Penguins and Flyers. That playoff series.
That's a good analogy. I like
that. Penguins are down.
Yeah.
And let's start a fight. And what do you know? Came back and won the game.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that is what we will never know.
And say we're not out on the ice. Yeah.
Unless you are the players watching this after who were on the ice at that point, no one will know the actual reason that happened.
Right.
But one could say it might have been a pick-me-up. Because after that fight, the goal happened. Right after that fight, the goal happened.
On the power play.
So,
first shot of the power play by Joe West, right in.
And you know what? I just want to go back to Emily Phillips because she's just such an interesting player. Not a big goal scorer, but she was on the ice for that goal.
Yeah.
She's been on the ice for a lot of these.
I'm going to say a lot of them happen during her shifts.
And so I want to give big ups to her. Another person I want to give big ups to, Gavin Weisgable. I mean, the guy has just we've pumped his tires all year, but for good reason. The guy knows what he's doing, and he's the leading goal scorer on the team, and he has just played a great game today, despite the lopsided score so far. I think it just
it's speed.
Needed.
Very, very speedy. Trent Winters is the exact same way. Team captain. We talk about him a lot too. Not lighting up the stat sheet, but he's out there making plays, and he's very, very chippy. Like I said earlier, Chippy is his middle name.
Right.
He gets in there a little bit now. In that little scuffle over there, I'm sure he was involved in that somehow.
because
Yeah.
that's just
he was sitting
we know
for
how
it.
he is.
And by the way, now that we know this, we were able to talk to coaches and referees afterwards, and both Bloomsburg players, Emily Phillips and Trent Winters, were given 2-minute penalties. We had no idea. It turns out they were both roughing calls. They weren't for anything else. I had originally thought maybe a slash or
Me
something
too.
because I
Yep.
saw some sticks fly, but it all in all would be 4 minutes combined for the both of them, split amongst them. It is 2 roughing calls.
Yep.
Finally, Joe West, the lone goal scorer here for Bloomsburg.
Kind of an oddity. We don't see that too
Not
often,
often,
right?
but
The only
when
goal
we
scored
do-
by Joe West.
But when we do, he's really shown up when they've needed him to show up.
Yeah. And again, defense. He's probably the most defensive defenseman they've had next to Vinny Contardi, because Winters, he's more of he still plays like a forward, because I mentioned this in previous streams. He came in as a forward.
Yes.
He came in as an offensive guy, and they moved him to defense. So that's you can definitely see that.
Yes, and so as we kind of just wrap up this first intermission report and come back with more hockey, again, Bloomsburg down, but certainly not out of it, although the lopsided score says otherwise.
Yep.
We've seen some comebacks, folks. So, do they have it in them, or does Kutztown put their foot solidly on the gas? I guess we're going to find out. But for right now, a word from our sponsors.
Serpenotics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpenotics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpenotics Hockey. Living out your dreams, that's an investment in you. That's your time, your workouts, and your future. If you want to take your game and training to the next level, come check out All Sports Training Academy, brought to you by Coaches Health and Fitness and Anthracite Fitness. Training sessions have begun and our registration list is open now. Workouts are held at 320 South Main Street in Pittston. Contact Coach Davis or Coach Hazlett for more information.
We are back here at the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre. Today's game is brought to you by our friends at the Toyota Sportsplex. And also a big ups to the rest of our sponsors and thank yous. The Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel. Do you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content? The Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel is the place to go. Also by PAFootballNews.com. We've got you covered. By StreamYard. Stream better, grow faster. Use the link in the bio of this broadcast to get $10 off your purchase of one or more premium plans. And by TJ Productions. You want it done right? You want TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment. And finally by Serpenotics Hockey, which is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg Huskies. And you can follow them on Instagram at Serpenotics Hockey. Back here, a couple seconds before we get set for period number 2, which if it is anything like the first, we are in
for a treat.
At least pop your popcorn. You might or might not like the result, but at least you're going to laugh and you're going to have a lot of fun because
You're going to be on the edge of your seat.
So much going on. 7-1 Kutztown leads over Bloomsburg. Paulus had a decent end to that period, I will say.
As I say, he
really
came around
locked
to
it
his
down
own
at the end.
Yes, I agree. And like I said, the defense, obviously being shorthanded, doesn't help Paulus, but he seemed to come around a little bit more. Like I said, that's just him not being able to play. And looks like the goalie's number is 31.
So if that is the case, it's Tristan O'Connor. So you're now going to be known as Tristan O'Connor, whether you
finally
are or
got
aren't.
your name. We finally got to see it. There he is.
Tristan O'Connor. He was doing a little bit of a dance. He's got dance moves, that's for sure. He's definitely the class clown on there, man. He's definitely funny. I love this guy already.
I just wish he had flame tape on the back of that.
He needs flame tape.
Need to get this guy some flame tape. Serpenotics, help us out.
Serpenotics, can you help us out by getting this guy some flame tape? That's if you don't bring flame tape, you're absolute dust. Anyway, second period on tap here, and we are started. Kutztown going to continue right where they left off as they had puck possession first. However, Bloomsburg's going to get a chance here. Contardi is going to move it up. That is Weisgable. Weisgable continues to play the puck. There's Getz. Gets right out in front. Was looking for a man, but wasn't able to quite finish it out. Contardi kept that puck in, but eventually it is sent out when Kutztown gets a hold of it, and they're going to try and do something about it themselves. In is the Golden Bear, number 26, that's Connor McDowell. He's been zipping around all night, so I guess we will continue to see if he's got anything up his sleeve. They say no icing. It didn't pass over the blue line, so Kutztown will keep it in, except that time it does not stay in the zone. And they'll have to recoup like sheep through the gate. And in comes Kutztown again. Ooh, that was a weird floater that went.
Might have been tipped.
Didn't quite make it on net. Definitely had the range. There's a save by Paulus. That's a little bit of what we saw towards the end of that period, Jake.
Yeah,
that first period.
I was going to say, like we just said, he looked to come around a little bit towards the end of that period, and I think that's a sign of that right there.
18:30. Clock is continuing to run here. I'm not sure if that's out of a result of the score or what, but Kutztown continuing to bully their way to this puck, and they keep it alive. Behind the net now, Jackson Miller, one of the guys, and he's the guy who takes the shot there, and it just missed the net. But a great shot opportunity regardless. Wendt will keep it in, as the Bloomsburg Huskies are going to try and get something going. Wendt will skate around with it in the neutral zone. That is sent back to Richichi, and it looks now as if Bloomsburg's going to get a chance to touch this puck. Joe West will send it around the boards, looking for someone. They're going to clear this down, try and get something. And O'Connor, because now I know your name, will send the puck up and get Kutztown back right on offense like they've been for a majority of this game. But when you have a team like Kutztown who's got plenty of depth, Jake, you're just seeing a lot of line changes, a lot of fresh legs. That's the one thing that they've got over Bloomsburg right now. That's out in front. Paulus gets, like the Great Wall of China there, big, gets his legs out there. And we've got ourselves a rush for Bloomsburg. It gets over to the back wall, and that puck squirts loose. Kutztown will, however, gain this puck, and there's a shot and a save by Paulus. The shot by Paul Snyder, but Paulus turns it away. Now it's out in the neutral zone. Looking to see what's up here as far as where this is going to go. It sits in the neutral zones again, but Kutztown does not seem to care as they are moving in regardless. Kutztown yet again. Paulus was there to make the save. Didn't quite have to. That one didn't quite make it. That one does. Another save, and another save by Paulus. Boy, he stood up right there and was able to make both of those saves, keep him out of the net. That's certainly something they're in real need of. The Golden Bears are moving the puck around quite well today, I must say, as they've had some opportunities. And they've really taken advantage of them, given their 7 goals on the night. Bloomsburg's got this one now. Cardone is in there amongst the people. Contardi as well. Both I would have to assume are Italian guys with last names like those. I bet you they clean up well too. Kutztown's got this one. Continuing to sit around. There's a shot. Didn't need to make the save, but he made the save anyway. He gave you that one for free. And Paulus flashing a little bit of leather. Bloomsburg's going to sight this one forward. Here's Weisgable. Left it for his man, and then his Getz over there. Back to Weisgable. Looking for something, trying to pick the corner. Wasn't quite able to do so. That one gets past Trent Winters. Joe West will skate it down. And that'll be over in the corner. Off the glass now. And this one is going to just continue to run. 14:30 already. As it appears, Bloomsburg's going to try and set something up here. That puck was fired. It hit the glass, not the netting. And it fires all the way down like pinball, so Paulus will just be able to cover it up.
I tell you what, Connor Paulus is playing a lot better so far throughout the second period than he did the entire beginning of the first.
And I got to tell you, as a goalie at one point, sometimes you need those games where you just get lit up in the first period or the second period to sit and just say, I got to lock in. I don't know what I'm doing, but I got to lock in. And maybe that is what's happening here. But good on him. O'Connor was looking for something. And we will see what exactly is here. Anything in store for Kutztown? They're looking to try and get something else done. They're looking to make the deals, the great deals, if that makes any sense to anybody. I had to do that. I am a man of my word. So if the person of interest is watching, there you go. Winters is really coming in with speed here. He's going to dump this one off. There's a shot, and he scores! Some people are melting for, and, well, Getzy is one of them. That's going to be Zach Getz. His 9th goal of the year, and it is 7-2 for Bloomsburg.
Both Bloomsburg goals were off. Very nice shots. That was a very great shot by Getz there.
Lots of corner picking.
Yes, yes.
I wonder if they brought a basket. Here's a turnover here. Now Bloomsburg's going to get this chance again. Bloomsburg really trying to keep this in there. Lots of pressure just then. Both by Bandix and by Cardone. Kutztown's going to bring it up. Into the neutral zone. Met by Winters and now by Phillips, who will send it up into the neutral zone. And this one has an opportunity to be something. Not a lot of pressure from Bloomsburg. I'm not sure if that's by design or what, but it seems like they're not directly pursuing Kutztown. Look, a couple moves there and a shot that didn't, I guess, quite make it to Paulus, but
looks like they're more attacking in the zone rather than the neutral zone.
Yeah, very aggressive in the zone for sure.
But they're very passive in the neutral zone, it appears.
I wouldn't say skittish, but in front of their own goalie, they seem to get a lot more defensive, as I would sincerely hope so. Well, it appears now Kutztown's got yet another one. Here's a shot. There's another save by Paulus. Paulus has turned it around, I must say. Way to go, Connor. Ooh, looks like a little bit of contact. We've got a Kutztown player down. He buried his head. He's now up skating out of nowhere. And now he's got himself the puck. McFadden saved there by Paulus. Paulus gets the stick out, and now he finds himself out of his crease. So I guess he wasn't as hurt as we thought he was. Who knows? Maybe he'll win an Oscar.
Maybe.
Little interesting there, I got to be honest, but regardless, this clock is continuing to move, folks, so I have been led to believe that we're playing.
It appears Paulus needs a new stick.
Oh yeah, that stick is broke, for sure. The one they're giving him's got a little bit of a chip as well. And there is Gavin Weisgable, who's got about the entire shaft in his hand. Hands it over to Paulus, and he's going to get that one set up.
What a great teammate Weisgable was to do that for his guy. And it appears we have a goalie change for the Kutztown Golden Bears, EJ.
Well, I mean, if you play like Tristan O'Connor's been playing, you know, got to give the guy rest. He's obviously part of it. They're looking to tell him to stop the clock. And again, I got to apologize on my own accord because that was wild. It just what came out of my mouth just then. And also the fact we've been battling a cold, so I apologize if I've sniffled into the microphone. Everybody who lives up into this area, which I would assume is a majority of our audience, kind of understands the struggle right now. Because it's,
it's wintertime in northeastern PA. Always a struggle for the people with weak immune systems.
Which is not normally me, which is why this is all puzzling. You know what else is puzzling? What that dance was that Paulus was just doing before the face-off. This team makes me laugh, man. They're so funny.
Both goalies are groovy today.
I love it, man. You gotta have character on the team. We're gonna get back into this one. Running clock, Gary, 8:50 to go. As it appears, this puck's going to be sent around again. And this is just going to be a ping pong match now.
That's what it appears.
Going to be a ping pong match. Contardi will send it up forward. We'll get around one guy, but he's pickpocketed on the way. Kutztown. Ooh, look at that. Nice toe drag right out in front. Paulus didn't have to go down, though, because he couldn't quite make it over. Here's a shot, and that's a save by Paulus. That one puck gets out. And a big one there. With cool pads by this new Kutztown goaltender. That is Mason Rash, and his pads look like they're staring at me. They're definitely looking at me. There's another save by Paulus off of a shot from...
I tell you, Paulus is having a fantastic second period.
And that was Patrick Rucici on that shot just then. Who is the captain. And he has been...
And it appears that Trent Winters on the bench right now is missing a skate. So he has to stay out for a little bit.
Oh, it looks like he's getting new iron in his blades. Wondering if that's what's going on. They've got some sort of equipment malfunction. As there is another goal for Kutztown.
Got to hear the official ruling on that.
I would like to hear the exact ruling on who got the goal. The way it looks is Seth Galsey's got himself a hattie, but I'm not exactly sure. Gonna try and listen here. Yes, so that will officially be a hat trick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Here it is. Looking for a different puck, so it'll be Seth Galsey, who's got himself a hat trick tonight. Face off one. Kutztown will continue to have puck possession.
Come on, man.
I'd love to see the possession times. And another glove save by Paulus. Paulus just absolutely, he walked in there, grabbed that, said, no. That was as confident as possible. As you could possibly make a glove save.
Wonder how long the Huskies will be without their captain.
There's another shot. Oh, another one. Paulus has no idea where it is, but it's still behind the net. This one, puck squirt's out now. Kutztown still has got it. Playing a lot of pass. Great move there by Paulus to bounce the puck to make his guys, or Kutztown's guys, I should say, push themselves out a little bit. Nobody knew where the puck was going to bounce. And again, if you weren't with us last time, Tristan O'Connor has been pulled for Kutztown, and in is Mason Rash. Those pads are definitely looking at me. They're definitely looking at me, for sure. (8-2) the score here. Kutztown continues to have puck possession after yet another one face-off. Bloomsburg did fantastic as far as winning face-offs in the first. So it makes you wonder what's gone wrong. By the way, the clock has also still been running a lot. So we're already under 5 minutes to go in this second period. Puck was out in front. Nothing was able to be accomplished there. Rash will save it, send it to the side, and get it around the back. There's Rapone, who will send it up, and he will meet his man. A little bit of weird puck play. It looks like Winters has just got himself a pair of skates, too. That shot goes over the net, Kutztown, and he'll continue to keep it in. Oh, I'm sorry, it completely missed him. So Owen Brown, who's got himself a goal, is gonna have to skate that one back down. Getz is in now for Bloomsburg, as we've got ourselves a whistle. Clock will not stop. It's 3:50
It appears that
and
Trent
change.
Winters has got his skate, and he's back.
There is Trent Winters. So that was a little bit of that was tough, for sure.
A much-needed break for Vincent Cantardi there, who played pretty much the whole second period out there.
And big ups on Vincent Cantardi for being able to stand in there. That's exactly why they looked to him. Even during that fight, when Winters was in the box, they went to Cantardi. They trusted him with the information and everything. So it shows what kind of character you've got on this team for sure.
Absolutely.
Winters is able to, and right when he's out on the ice, he's immediately got a hold of the puck. He's immediately doing this and that. So definitely means something to this team for sure. Phillips was able to break that up. Good play by Emily Phillips right there, forcing Kutztown out of the zone to have to recoup. Oh, here's a breakaway, but a shot and a save by Paulus. Puck will go up into the netting.
Tell you what, I know one goal has been scored in a shorter clock, but Paulus is playing pretty good.
Yes,
this second
this is
period.
so much better a period by him. So good on Connor Paulus, because it's not like they have Tyler Keys to just put back in goal. He's not an option today. Here's Weisgable. Couple of nice moves just then. Gets around. This one puck is going to be behind the net. And then he pressures. There's Keys right there, actually. Keys is sending it forward. Hopefully something can happen here. Phillips able to keep that puck in again. Like I said, she's been in at the right place at the right time. She was also on the ice for one of these two Bloomsburg goals. We're always at the right time.
Yes, definitely a player that's always there. Like you said, right place, right time, making good plays.
She's one of the people that I want on the ice, because I know that we've got a darn good chance at scoring. She's always an accessory. I mean, if you look at her stats, it's nothing crazy. She only does have one goal on the night, or on the year, but she's got quite the amount of assists, and her plus-minus on this one is crazy. There's a great save by Paulus, another one, and he makes two saves just then.
Great series there for Paulus.
And Paulus, yet again, is standing back up. A great turnaround, especially from the first period, where he let 7 in. He's made more saves than I think they had shots last period. And there's yet another. So Connor Paulus has stood up. Looks like we've got another one. Winters
makes his presence known everywhere he goes.
Makes his presence known. I'm not entirely sure that was what it was. Made it look a little worse than it was. He did get hit, though.
Yeah, because the referee started speed skating out there, so you know something's about to brew up when he's zooming down the ice.
Well, I mean, considering the first period, I would be a little worried about that too. Puck's going to go out. One of the goalies on that bench tried to make the save, but silly goalie, you got to catch with your glove, not your blocker. And of course, we're just having fun here, folks.
Of course, that's what
all
we like
we're
to
doing. In a game like this, it's always fun. It's always good to have fun, be positive, all that stuff. So, 11.6 here. Clock is stopped for like the second time all period. And it looks like we're already going to be at the end of this second period, Jake.
Yeah, with the running clock, that's how that works.
Buzzer sounds. Are they going to send it? They sure are. So we've got ourselves an intermission.
So we'll get into it more in our intermission report, obviously, but definitely some bench issues for the Huskies, not just number-wise, but some other things that I'm seeing. We'll get into that right after these ad breaks.
So right now, 8-2, Kutztown leads. Only one goal and a stand-up period from Connor Paulus. We'll talk about all of it and what's going on the bench as well, amongst other issues. Right here, 8-2, Kutztown leads Bloomsburg at the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
See what Misericordia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at Arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 sports. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't come through without us.
Hey, it's Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com here with
EJ Samuel, also with PAFootballNews.com. We are at Shamokin.
and we are proud to serve the Shamokin Indians and all of District 4.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting, for those willing to work hard for whatever comes next, for anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions. We're proud to serve the Milton Black Panthers and all of District 4.
Living out your dreams, that's an investment in you. That's your time, your workouts, and your future. If you want to take your game and training to the next level, come check out All Sports Training Academy, brought to you by Coaches Health and Fitness and Anthracite Fitness. Training sessions have begun and our registration list is open now. Workouts are held at 320 South Main Street in Pittston. Contact Coach Davis or Coach Hazlett for more information.
Hey, it's EJ Samuel with PAFootballNews.com.
And it's Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Mechanicsburg Wildcats
and all of District 3.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and...
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
And it's a 2-on-0. Can we have a buzzer beater? In 3, scores! Weisgable! Can you believe it?
Right out in front, the puck is still loose. Is it in? They score! Emily Phillips!
But it's going to be a breakaway to tie, and a save by Keys. What a save!
Strider trying to work in. Nice defense again by Winters. Great job. Take it all the way to the boards.
Back here at the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre, 8-2, Kutztown leads Bloomsburg. And this one has been a little interesting, Jake.
Yeah, interesting is a word you can use for it, to say the least, you know.
Unpacking a lot of the things that happened in the second period, there's a couple of things of note. First and foremost, we played on a running clock due to the high score and the lopsided score, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even in that period, I saw some positives, and they all came from Connor Paulus.
I was going to say, he played a fantastic second period. I mean, obviously, down in the hole, being down 8-2 right now, but I'll tell you what, a lot better of a first period. I mean, of a second period they had in the first.
Yes.
Fantastic showing from Paulus. He played, actually, really, I was really impressed, like truly, really impressed.
Paulus came into this game with an 85 save percentage. Now, he didn't play a lot of games. He played 5 games, only played long enough in them to have 1 win and 1 loss. But an 85 save percentage, that's pretty darn good in a league like this, especially with these type of scores.
Let's say, we said that earlier, in a league like this and for how little he played, that's pretty good, to say the least, you know, for the especially for the amount of games he actually has played, let alone, you know, the league being good. Just the amount of games he's played, that's a very good percentage for only playing 2 games realistically.
Yes, and for Kutztown, Seth Galstey's got himself a hat trick. He doesn't even have a number on his jersey, but he definitely's got all the numbers and the IQ up here as far as the hockey IQ.
Yeah, so he's playing really well, obviously having a hat trick already, and Kutztown, their numbers coming in, I mean, you could just see it. They're riled up. They were ready to go in this game. And they seem to keep going. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, which was kind of interesting, right? So, Bloomsburg, and I think you mentioned it during the game, it seemed like they were playing really passive in the neutral zone, as opposed to when they got into the attacking zone, like defending Paulus almost.
Right.
But when they were in the neutral zone, it appeared that they were letting Kutztown kind of have their way with them, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, and you know what? I think that's very fair. I think that's very fair.
It's just it's an interesting thing I caught on, and you kind of did too, and it made me think a little bit more. Is that strategical, or is that just the way they're playing? Because another thing I want to point out is that I'm noticing a lot of, not tension per se, because this is a very tight-knit group of guys, but it seems like there's a lot of issues on the bench, not just numbers-wise.
Yeah.
Seems like guys are not really dialed in.
Lots of what seems like just... I don't know what exactly the words were. It's our job to have the words. I just don't have the word for this one.
I don't either.
It just seems like there's not tension, but maybe confusion.
It seems
People
like
are
that.
unclear because some guys, it appears, we're like, okay, we're going to push in the zone, and then some guys aren't doing it, and you can see the, on the bench for the other people that are going,
or what
you were supposed to be doing this.
Explicit is going on.
Yes.
What the explicit are you doing?
Yeah, so that's really what it's been. Bloomsburg, with the little numbers now, they're not going to have little numbers next year.
No.
It appears that if it is, I believe it's Weisgable is going to have his brother.
There's some talks. We don't know anything yet, but obviously
I had heard through the grapevine, especially considering he
know.
plays in this building with the junior Pens, and he is pretty darn good. I know that there were talks. There are rumors. We don't know how exactly true they are.
There's some other rumors going around about the team as well, all positive things, more numbers,
lots of other stuff.
Lots of other things that we can't get too much into detail about, number one, because we don't want to say anything, and number two, we don't really know. But just big things coming.
Put it on the horizon.
But there's a lot of big things on the horizon, a lot of good things that we're hearing as the official media broadcast partner of this team, hearing some really good things. So keep an eye out for the Huskies through the coming season and the offseason, some announcements and, commitments and, obviously an 8-2 game in the last potentially regular season game for this team. Obviously not what you want, but bright future ahead.
Yes,
keep an eye out.
Absolutely. So just real quick, as far as Kutztown is concerned, Tristan O'Connor was pulled at the end, in the middle of the second period. Got to give the guy rest. He played a fantastic first period and played great. Then Mason Rash took over with his funky pads with the eyes. Really cool pads, I got to say. But also played pretty darn well. I mean, between the both of them, 2 goals let in with running clock, obviously. But, that shouldn't really matter. They've stood tall, and again, Connor Paulus played a lot better in that second period. I think there's a lot looking up for him. We should be in for some fireworks again with this third period, though. I think realistically, Jake, if we're looking at this as a on-paper game, like this is what we're seeing, I see that there's going to be some more goals scored. This might be a little bit more of a loose period.
I think this third period, I was just going to say, there's going to be a very loose period for both squads. And I even saw a little bit of it from Kutztown. Maybe that was a talk back to the strategic thing that we were talking about. Is strategic? Is it not? Them playing passive in the neutral zone, but then in the attacking zone going at them? I don't know. I think that's a sign of what's to come in this third period.
Absolutely. And just one thing as far as we are in the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins building, they were down 2-0. They came back to tie it, and then they have recently taken the league. Scooter Bricky got called up earlier, and he has an assist on one of them. It is 3-2 over Bridgeport now. Right now it is 8-2 Kutztown over the Bloomsburg University Huskies. We have got third period action coming up all around the bend, but for right now, a word from our sponsors.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Living out your dreams, that's an investment in you. That's your time, your workouts, and your future.
If you want to take your game and training to the next level, come check out All Sports Training Academy, brought to you by Coaches Health and Fitness and Anthracite Fitness.
Training sessions have begun and our registration list is open now. Workouts are held at 320 South Main Street in Pittston. Contact Coach Davis or Coach Hazlett for more information.
And back here at the Toyota Sportsplex here in Wilkes-Barre, we just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, the Toyota Sportsplex. Next up, our Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel. If you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content, the Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel is the place to go. And also by the PennsylvaniaFootballNews.com. PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. And by StreamYard. Stream better, grow faster. Use the link in the bio of this broadcast to get $10 off your purchase of one or more premium plans. Also sponsored by TJ Productions. You want it done right? You want TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment. And finally, by Serpenotics Hockey, the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpenotics Hockey. 8-2 here as Kutztown and Bloomsburg are going to take the ice here. Well, at least Kutztown has taken the ice so far.
Yeah, and like we said at the end of our intermission report, I think we're going to see a little more of a laid-back period here from both squads. And I think there was a little bit of a sign of the times of in the neutral zone, as I'm going to keep saying it. What do you think it is? Do you think it's strategic, or do you think it's just the way that the game's going, the way that the neutral zone play from the Huskies has been so passive?
Honestly, I realistically think, as bad as this is, I think it's the fact that Bloomsburg kind of got blindsided. When Kutztown came out with speed, it almost was like, well, we have to try and keep up with them, and I think trying to keep up with them made them a little gassed, and they kind of fizzled. They're doing the best that they can. Kutztown's very, very quick. This is no knock on Bloomsburg. What are the as you catch that?
They're very clumsy
one.
too. It looks like as well.
William Went goes down just then. Oh man, I've seen some things in the about half a decade of me doing sports calls, but that one was funny. Going back on what I was talking about. No, I just thought that Bloomsburg had a hard time keeping up with Kutztown in their fast-paced movement, and they just gassed themselves, essentially.
Yeah, and I think it's more of also a plain damage control as well, being down 8-2. In a game where you don't have your starting netminder in net, you have him on the roster still, but you don't have him in net, and you're only working with 3 defensemen, and you didn't have your captain for a majority of the period there, without Trent Winters being out with the skate.
Well, it appears that we are back for a third period action here between Kutztown and Bloomsburg. The clock is going to continue to run. They played running clock last period. They're going to do it this period as well. So, Contardi already
Phillips for the shot there.
But nothing insane. That one squirted just behind the back, and Paulus was able to get a hold of it, that's for sure. Just yet another save. Kutztown's going to continue to have puck possession. They've had puck possession a majority of this game, and they've done a lot with it. 8 goals so far for them. Bloomsburg's just trying to get back up and at least claw back a little bit. See what they can't do here. Bloomsburg is roughed in the zone there. However, Contardi's going to try his best to keep that one in. Kutztown met by Emily Phillips, who forces them to recoup. They turn the puck over to Bloomsburg. Weird sloppy pass, so Kutztown will get it right back. And it also appears I'm seeing a lot more ice time recently for Contardi. We had a skate malfunction earlier, and it required Contardi to play a little more, and he's continuing to get a lot of ice time. Kutztown is out in front again. But again, Paulus makes himself big. Phillips with a clear that allows a line change, and now Kutztown's going to get to move this puck up again. A lot of this becomes, we've noticed, Jake, in some of these games, after the first and second period, this really just becomes a ping-pong match where they send the puck back and forth to each other.
Really has, yes.
And that's really what we're seeing here. Oh, that puck is almost loose. Paulus is there. Kutztown still got it. There's another shot, a save by Paulus. Boy, since that first period, he's been able to stand up and make these saves.
Yes, he,
when
like
you're
we've been saying.
And when you're down like that, sorry, Jake, but when you're down like that, that's tough to move.
Oh, yeah.
This is ice, folks. This isn't concrete. This isn't stuff with traction. It's tough when you're down there. So.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Need that traction.
We continue. A lot of Kutztown guys have been hitting the deck as of recently as well.
Yeah, that they have.
I'm
not sure kind of decky too, but
I'm not sure if it's a. It's okay, Jake. I'm not sure if it's a couple of wet spots out on the ice, but a lot of people, whether it's contact or what, but a lot of Kutztowners hitting the deck. But you know what? They're winning 8-2, so whatever they're doing, it must be working.
It's working, yes.
Puck is sent down to the boards behind the net. Joe West will send it up now. He finds, he was looking, was originally looking for Weisgable, who also caught an edge, so maybe that's what Kutztown's falling about, probably those bad wet spots in the middle of the ice. As there's another save by Paulus, who again has stood on his head since that first period. And again, and all it takes is one of those bad periods to force you to lock in. And it seems that that's what's happened here. Oh, gets at an opportunity there, but a great save by Rash as he will cover up.
So he made a man miss there. Look, got him moving around on his feet there and took a little tumble.
Again, I apologize. We're fighting a cold right now, so I had to take the headset off. And
Winter in Nipa, gotta love it.
Winter in Nipa.
Oh, and the puck goes into the bench again.
Boy, that's the second time it's gone over there.
Wow, must like it over there.
Yeah, must be a magnet or something.
Must be.
This is one of my favorite songs. I hear this out and about all the time.
What a function! Can't say the actual word.
Yeah.
Did it get gold, by the way? Like gold record?
Huh?
Did it get a golden record for that?
I don't know, but I like to say "Is it Goldie" in that song, because that's one of my friends. Shout out Goldie. Here we go. Kutztown getting something else started. However, Bloomsburg's back there. He's going to be met by Contardi. Trying to move down the middle, wasn't able to get much. And over in the corner. It continues. Ooh, that's out in front. Paulus was down ready to make the save. It didn't quite make it towards the net, or to the net. It got made towards the net, I should say. Puck is now behind the net again. Lots of contact there. Uh-oh, there's a push-off. Are we back to chippy stuff? There was a huge fight with an ejection in the first period. I hope that's not foreshadowing of what we're going to get here in this third period, although fights are fun.
I don't think it
not
foreshadowed really anything, and I thought it would.
Not at this level. You don't want to see fights at this level.
No, you don't.
Wilkes-Barre, oh my goodness, laid down, the hit by Andrew Gashevsky. My goodness, what a hit there.
Okay, as we're talking about it not being chippy, that happens. I think we jinx ourselves way too much, don't you think?
I think you do.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But that was a beauty
He got his body rocked like the Black Eyed Peas just then.
Yes, he did.
Great song. Do you know what year that song came out?
2009.
2009? No, came out 2010.
Oh.
You were close.
Only a year off.
Now we are right back. Trent Winters with a hit of his own on Austin Mason. So now things are going to get a little interesting. Running clock. Boy, the referees are definitely looking at that clock going, oh my goodness, please just run out. Uh-oh, now we've got another one. And now we've got more extracurriculars. Getz is involved in that. I see Winters involved in that.
Shocker.
Picks up a stick. Getz continuing to jaw. Austin Mason was the other guy involved for Kutztown. I also see 89, that being Jackson Miller. Bloomsburg going to the box now for this. It's going to be Weisgable.
Weisgable in the box.
Not exactly sure what as he slams the door, so he obviously doesn't agree with the call. Kutztown being completely classless right now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not usually one of those people to do that, but I'm going to call him out on that one. Completely classless.
Yeah, very uncalled for.
Completely classless.
Very, very uncalled for.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Act like you've been there.
Act like you've been there, 110%. And what a shame. What a shame by that. But we're going to continue with the hockey game because, you know, there is a hockey game here. So clearing attempts, good for Winters. It's cross-checked after he does that, which is ridiculous, but we'll get back to this. Kutztown continues to bring it up as they are on the power play. Guittardi and Winters trying to box him into the corner. That puck squirts out. Getz tries to slap it out. He misses, so Winters will do it himself. They kill off a little bit of time here. Kutztown will continue
and
their run.
What was that?
Looks like there was offsides. Who was called offsides? It's Miller, and we've got more contact. So this is starting to get chippy yet again.
And that was Keys.
Is that Keys? It sure was. Keys out of nowhere.
Yeah, this is...
They're going to say incidental contact on that. I'm not sure I agree, but that's not my job to disagree.
That's an interesting one.
Winters playing the clear game. Oh, he shoots it right into Galsey, who's already got a hat trick tonight. And Bloomsburg's going to have to play fetch here. Kutztown's got this one. Shot and score. Right out in front. Liam McCullough.
Took advantage of the power play.
So 9-2 is the score now. And it's 10:15. The clock's going to continue to run. Again, 9-2 is our scores. We've got another stoppage in play.
I think we jinxed ourselves with the chippiness, man.
We definitely did, because it's definitely getting nasty.
It's almost getting nasty. Like,
now,
what happened earlier was definitely inexcusable, but
I'm not going to be as opinionated, but I will say this. It speaks volumes when you don't act like you've been there. You're playing a team who's got, what, 12 guys? 13 guys?
And 10 right now.
And you've got, what, 20? 25? Something like that. Got 4 goalies? 4 goalies? I'm not here for anybody. I'm not rooting for anybody.
Beautiful save there by Paulus, by the way. Right on the edge of his pad there.
But I like to see sportsmanship, but I sure don't see that right now by either team. This is getting to be kind of like hard to watch.
Say it's going from chippiness to just uncalled
embarrassing.
For. Yeah, and not just one of the both.
They're moving the face-off. I'm not sure. What are they moving the face-off for? Should have been on that outside, but I guess it's now on the inside, so it'll be to Paulus's left. We're going to continue to call what we see here, folks. That's one thing you're going to get from us. You're going to continue to call what we see. They're not going to touch it because this would have been offside, so Kutztown's going to have to grab it, and they finally do. 8:30 to go here, running clock here, and again, the referees are very excited to have that, I'm sure. As they get another clear, they're going to wash it out, wipe more clock off. That's all those referees are thinking about right now. Kutztown's going to try and get it again. There was a lot of contact on that last try. Let's see what they do here. We got a whistle. Did they say it went outside? I believe they said that it touched the top of the boards and went out of bounds. Out of play, I should say. Cardone's going to take the face-off for Bloomsburg. Can't quite see who's on the Kutztown side, but regardless, he does poke it through and win the face-off. Flip it forward now. Kutztown going to continue to move this. He's got a guy right out in front. Paulus with the save. That one goes behind the net. Continues this stretch of great play. Kutztown still got it. They're going to keep it in. Oops, a little bit of an issue. And Andrew Lork's going to go back and have to skate that one down. Lork pokes it through. Joey West has got it now for Bloomsburg. They are just looking to get something taken care of. Not a great pass, however, as Kutztown's going to come right back down with speed. In and across, saved by Paulison. He's going to hold on for more.
Yeah, just an interesting period. I mean, we kind of said it was going to be, but I didn't think to this degree.
Yeah, this is, I got to be honest with you, though. Good on Connor Paulus.
Yeah, I agree.
This has been listen, I know that there's 9 goals on one side and there's 2 goals on another. I want to reiterate how great the goaltending play. If you watch the highlights, all you see is the goals. But if you watch a game, you can see how good of a goaltender these guys are.
Oh, both of them. All three, I should say. All 3.
Absolutely. There's another one. Puck is out loose. But unable to jam it in is Weisgable, which would have been another. He goes down, and Paulus flashes the leather. So a lot just happened in those last 5 seconds.
Crazy series of events.
A
lot just happened there. Whoa.
A lot has just happened.
We thought this period was going to be very passive. I tell you what, it's the opposite.
It is
of
the
passive.
opposite of passive.
It is the opposite, to say the least.
Kutztown got it again. There's a shot and a great save by Paulus that is pushed up to his teammate and pushed out of the zone by who I believe was Getz. And Kutztown's now going to have it again. Now this has been interesting because Bloomsburg has not really been able to have any control on Bloomsburg's defensive scheme, and then it comes back to bite them again. Another goal. We have double digits here for Kutztown. 10-2 the score. Who leads the pack? I don't know. He sat down.
I believe it was 61.
If it is 61, that would be Matthew McFadden. Well, I'm pretty sure has already done damage on the score sheet. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here. 10-2 Kutztown. Not often you see double digits in goal, but in this league, it happens.
It does a lot, actually.
There's a great shot there. Didn't quite get through, and it was deflected away by Rash. The clock continues to run, 3:50, and running.
And it looks like we'll have a penalty on.
It's going to be a penalty
our
on
hat trick fella,
Seth Galsty.
number 19.
Looking to try and get their affairs in order as far as what's going to happen for a change. Cardone comes off, Contardi comes off. So on will be Getz. Winters, I also see Weisgable out there. And Tyler Keys is out there as well. Puck goes down. This is just kind of,
like you said, pinball.
Get out as quick as possible. Let's just pinball it and run the clock. Because they've got the win. Kutztown has the win, so. Or at least in their eyes, they've got the win. Lots of coasting for the rest of this one. It's going to be Getz coming into the zone. He's going to dump it. And a shot that hits post. But does not quite squeak out. West. Up. And in, and is played decently by Keys, who wasn't able to get it or calm it down, but stayed on defense once the puck changed possession. Winters, one of the fastest guys on the ice, going to send this one up through. Keys lets him go. And back to Getz, going to try and start something. A shot is blocked all the way down. Paulus isn't even going to touch it. Joe West will touch it instead. Not even sure exactly what that was. You can see a lot of these Bloomsburg guys are gassed. There's no momentum. There's nothing. We've got about $1.40 and change as it is now full strength for Kutztown. And they are just merely playing puck possession. There's a save by Paulus. Oh my goodness, that one almost went in, but it kind of chipped to the right.
Contardi almost had an assist on a goal there.
On a Golden Bear goal, yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. Winters is there and was involved. There's Contardi, who's going to send it up to Winters, who's going to try and get it through the neutral zone. Isn't quite able to hold that puck, though. And it continues. Contardi flips it up in the ceiling.
Good net.
There's netting up there. It's like all the way up to the ceiling.
Yep. Low ceiling, kind of have to, you know?
Yeah. This clock is going to run, so this will likely be the last face-off of the day, as we've got about 30 seconds to go here. That puck is cleared, so well, it'll be icing if they call it. Don't know why, but the clock is going to continue to run anyway.
Yep.
Last 10 seconds, so on the ice I see Cardone, I see Bandix, I also see...
And they're not even going to do the face-off.
Winters, but they're not even taking the face-off. Kutztown has won this one. The final 10-2. And that'll be it.
Yeah, just
Not what you want if you're Bloomsburg.
That is for sure. So now they're going to shake hands at center. Jake, we've got ourselves some stuff to talk about.
That we do.
That's for sure.
And, yeah, good and bad. But
Good
we'll
and
get
bad.
into that in just a moment.
Obviously, now one thing before we go to break, I just want to reach out and just real quick, we will thank them again, but thank the Toyota Sportsplex. They've been so hospitable to us all day, especially when a game like this happens and they kind of run away. They've been really, really good. They've been checking up on us. They gave us this lift. So real big to them. And again, congratulations to Kutztown for getting the win here. We're going to take a break. We're going to break down what exactly happened and our final thoughts on the 10-2 loss to Kutztown. Right here is the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre, and we'll be back after this break.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
And it's a 2-on-0. Can we have a buzzer beater? In 3, scores! Weisgable! Can you believe it?
Right out in front, Stupuka still loose. Is it in? They score! Emily Phillips!
But it's going to be a breakaway to tie. And a save by Keys. What a save.
Reiner trying to work in. Nice defense again by Winters. Great job. Taking all the way to the boards.
Back here at the Toyota Sportsplex in Wilkes-Barre as Kutztown reigns supreme, I guess, as far as this match was concerned. Convincing. Double digits, 10-2 over the Bloomsburg Huskies. Boy, if you're Bloomsburg, this is not one of those games that you want to remember.
Yeah, no, and it's a shame, too, because this is the last time those seniors being Joe West, Darren Cardone, Carter Bandix, and... I got it. And
Come on. You got this.
Zach Getz.
There you go.
Zach
there
Getz
you go.
will
there
be
you go.
on this Toyota Sportsplex ice as a Bloomsburg Husky. Yeah, so I think a big contributor of what happened was just the lack of defensive depth. And Connor Paulus getting his footing into the game. Obviously, that first period was very showing of that. And he really played a great second and third period. I tell you what,
I agree.
He played very, very good in those last two periods.
Right, and I agree. And you know what? We have to just, when you get down 3-4-0, that's hard. That's a big
especially
burden.
as fast as Kutztown did.
In any sport, when you get down as big as that, right off the hop, it's hard. That's a lot of momentum to have to shift into your direction. You feel dead off the hop, and that's very hard to come back from.
Yeah, it really is, and got to give credit to them, really. And defensively, they came around a little bit towards the end. I just wish I saw a little more offensive attack because that's where you're loaded. Gavin Weisgable, didn't see much of him tonight. Obviously, missing Nate Wolsifer, that does a lot
huge.
for you.
That's huge.
A big loss. Trent Winters, he played great, defensively, and I just think this game also got to a point where it wasn't the chippiness, it wasn't like the edge of your seat type chippiness. It was more of a lack of sportsmanship, and I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But both squads, it just kind of got to a point where it was like, all right,
enough.
Let's tighten up a little bit. Obviously, what happened in the first period shouldn't have happened, but it was like, okay, it's hockey. It happens. Shouldn't have, but it does.
Okay.
Right?
And it did.
And it did.
It did.
But it got to a point. And I just feel like Kutztown, in a sense, was going at them, and then, the teams don't like each other.
Bloomsburg retaliates because they feel the need to retaliate.
Yeah, and they also
shouldn't. But
were just in a very bad spot being down as much as they were, and just not what you needed to see.
Just act like you've been there. That's my big thing. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I mean, real big. As far, well, I mean, let's mention Kutztown right now, right? You've got Tristan O'Connor who comes in, plays lights out in the first period.
Yeah, and
halfway
then Rash
through the
comes
second
in for
period,
him after.
Rash was able to hold the fort down, and you have goaltending like that. It's no wonder that Kutztown gets the win. I mean,
and the
let's
depth
pull,
and the roster.
If we even pull their stats, I mean, we could pull their stats right now. I can read it off to everybody. Here's the paper.
He's
Ready?
got it.
Okay. They beat Old Dominion 9-5 in their last game. They're 7-10, so now they'll be 8-10-3, and they are still alive, folks. Like, they've got stuff going on after this. Now Bloomsburg's got the same. Now they could have a game tomorrow with all of the snow going on. We have no idea. They moved this stuff. This game for me, if I'm a coach and I'm sitting them down and I'm saying, yo, like, here's what happened. I'm also going to say, we need to forget that this happened, because if we do play tomorrow, and you need to act like we're playing tomorrow until you know for a fact that we're not.
And also, might I mention, sorry to cut you off, tomorrow's game determines playoffs for this team.
Absolutely.
Because an in-division opponent with Lafayette,
yes,
it determines playoffs for this team. So you really have to take off the Band-Aid of this game. And especially, I hope for their sake that they play the game, because it could say a lot for them getting a playoff spot in the DVCHC playoffs.
Absolutely. And you know what? Let's just talk about the seniors again. How great they have been all season.
Yeah.
And it comes to this, and you know they could. They could get the playoff berth. They could end like this, but regardless, they played a big part in the season.
Absolutely.
I do say. So
yeah, all of them, really, every single one of them. Like, and then we'll go top to bottom. You know, Zach Getz, obviously, he's been one of their top goal scorers, and then Cardone, another guy who gets in and out of there pretty good. Him and Bandix are very similar play styles. I feel like, you know, they get in there and they do their thing. And then Joe West, defensively, being one of the few defensemen on this team, you know, being a key contributor out there as well. It's, you know, it's a shame that they have to go out like this. It's very sad. Believe me, we both played athletics at one point or another in our lives.
Yes.
Your last game as a senior, especially if you go down like this, it hurts.
Yeah.
And we feel for you seniors.
We do.
And there's a lot of great positives from the season.
Yeah.
On senior night, all 4 seniors scored. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a storybook type game right there. And just, you know, got to give props to everyone. And, you know, hopefully they get that game in tomorrow, because that can determine playoffs.
That can determine playoffs. And you know what? Just because I just want to do this real quick. Understand that, folks, this game was not about speed or anything on the ice. It was a mental game.
Yep.
When you get down, like we said, down 2, 3, 4 goals, it's the equivalent in football of going down 3, 4 scores.
Oh, yeah.
That's hard. Whether you're home, away, wherever you're playing, who you're playing, that's tough to come back from. And they got down on themselves early, and I guess that's what happened, because I'll tell you right now, Paulus played a fantastic game, and had he played like that in the first period, we could be talking a completely different result.
I agree, yeah. And again, I think it was getting used to the whole thing, because he hasn't played much, and then also the defense being very shorthanded, which most of the time they really are, in a sense, but today they were extra shorthanded.
Yes, and so just real quickly, as we go off here, just want to thank a couple of people. First and foremost, we want to thank the Toyota Sportsplex for doing everything that they've done for us, providing this lift so that we can get you the best angles possible, so that this could be our kind of night, you know what I mean? And as well as the Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel, who has put a lot into this as well.
Yes, you have.
So if you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content, you want the Nipa Yinzer YouTube channel. That's the place to go. And also, we want to thank our sponsors, PAFootballNews.com. We've got you covered. As far as StreamYard is concerned, they have been a big sponsor for us as well, or they've been a great contributor to what we've got going on. You can stream better, grow faster, and you can use the link in the bio here to get $10 off your purchase of any of the premium packages. As far as TJ Productions is going, big time thanks to TJ Productions. If you want the best, you want TJ Productions. They've been providing the best in sports and entertainment, as you see here. All those graphics we just did earlier, which was a test run for today, the new music, these
that will
fun
all be
graphics,
a normal thing next season.
It's going to be a new thing. That's because TJ Productions constantly works to do new things, to become the best, and they want to give you what you deserve, which is the best content possible. And finally, we want to thank Serpanautics Hockey for being the official wax sponsor of Bloomsburg Hockey. And again, as we kind of just go to the end here, if this is the last game that we're going to call for the season, which it looks like it is going to be.
Yeah, it will be.
It was a fun ride, It was a great ride. We're going to be back next year.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as we've heard, So we'll be doing good stuff, and just I'm hoping for this team next tomorrow that they'll get this game in and they can get the win. Because boy, how great playoffs would be, and whether they do or whether they don't. Very proud of them this year. Great season.
Yep. And I'm glad we were able to
continue to push.
Glad I was able to.
Glad we would be able to be a part of it.
Bring the company into this because really, really, really awesome. Want to give a huge shout out to the Bloomsburg Huskies. Give a big shout out to, honestly, the person who came to me about this idea. Now that we're in the season, getting it a little sobby and all sad. Trent Winters, one of my best friends, came to me about this, the team captain. So big ups to him.
Yep.
Big ups to Coach Corey Elkins and Mike Jones. Big supporters of all this. Everyone that's involved with the program, parents as well. Really appreciate your viewership, and we will be back next year. This was the first full broadcast season for TJ Productions.
Yes,
this is a big milestone.
It's a big milestone, and we were glad that you were able to join us for it, and we hope you continue to join us as we continue. We might have some other things in the works. Just continue to stay tuned. But this is not going anywhere as long as we can help it, and we're very, very glad for all of the support that you guys have shown us, and you've shown this Bloomsburg team that looks to be back on the ice tomorrow and even next year. So I guess we should just
coming next year for Bloomsburg.
I guess we should just sign off here, folks. Not the result we wanted, but the result we got. 10-2 Kutztown over Bloomsburg. I guess I'm gonna take a page since we're in the Penguins building. Happy hockey, everybody, and go Bloomsburg.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.